describe your use of social media in the classroom and sort of how students are using it and what your policies are around that?
Yeah, we encourage the use of social media. We really feel like in this moment in time, in 2010, one of the best ways for students to learn is to connect with other people all around the world and to really bring into the classroom expertise from other people, from other students. It promotes a diverse outlook, a global outlook on education, and really augments what we're trying to do. So what we do is we don't block Facebook, we don't block MySpace. We encourage, we just started a pilot around one-to-one where we encourage the students to use chat and IM and different tools like that, because we want them learning from each other and learning from people outside of the class. One of our signature examples is a Spanish class we started where the kids Skype with kids in South America to learn Spanish, and the students down there are learning English from our students. And they also have IM chats with them and IM chats with the teacher in order to further the learning experience.
Talk a little bit more about what you would tell districts who want to move in that direction but may be nervous because of security concerns and those kinds of things. How you deal with that in your school?
Well, first let me say that I think all those concerns are justified. I mean, you can't walk into the redesign of your classroom and the use of social media in a blind way where you're blithely bringing in tools without really thinking about what the impact's going to be and how to keep kids safe. What we've done is we run training for faculty on appropriate use of social media and how to interact with their students on social media, what's appropriate interaction, what's inappropriate action. We've also talked to the faculty about how to teach their students about how to stay safe online. And if anything, I think that's the real message. The real message is students are going to be on social media regardless of whether or not we're teaching it in schools. If you look at the research coming out of places like the Pew Center, very, very high percentages of students, well over 70–80%, using social media on a daily basis. So the question is what role do we want our schools to play in this? Do we want to teach kids how to use it safely and then augment our use of the classroom to take advantage of the fact that they know how to use these tools? Or do we want to kind of try to block it and try to keep it out of the classroom because we fear what might be the legal ramifications or the changes in our classroom environment? And we might not get everything right off the bat, but we really feel like you've got to go with the first way. You've got to engage with the media, learn how to use it yourself, become a sophisticated user of it, learn from your kids, and in the process teach your kids how to stay safe online by using best practices in that area so that overall they're learning more and they're safer.
Generally, how do you continue to infuse technology and emphasize technology when budgets are shrinking and decreasing each year?
Yeah, so this is going to be one of the most challenging decades, I think, for implementing technology from a school budget standpoint because of the decreasing amount of money that I think is going to be available. We think you have to really take a district-wide or a school-wide approach to this, and you have to look at all the different areas in which you're spending money that you could be saving money if you move to a digital platform. We've taken a look at things like our paper textbooks, the kinds of peripherals that we buy, like calculators or clickers for the classroom, student response systems, things like that. We've also looked at the mailings we do home, the postage that we do, and we've asked ourselves the question, how much of this could be eliminated if we were student one-to-one? If we were able to distribute a very low-cost netbook computer to every student and to work on ensuring that students had internet access at home, how many of those costs that we spend on paper and printing and postage and paper textbooks and et cetera, would go away and essentially be folded into the use of a one-to-one device? And I think by taking that kind of really aggressive stance and by trying to turn moving to a digital classroom into an opportunity rather than kind of trying to do it in a halfway measure that actually costs more money in the long run, we think that's the way to get around the budget issues that you're going to run into.